it's a hot and humid August evening. Thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you.
And for tonight, Catie Waczek.
Thank you.
To be young again, oh, oh, oh. Young again, oh, oh, oh. There's no denying, fell in love with summer. Believe me, I'm trying. The weight of the world got me feeling down, and it's just opinion. Yeah, 1,000 of those go around the fire. So don't give it up, no, no, don't give it up.
Joining us here at Offbeat Photography and coming a long way to be here.
Right, from San Diego, California.
How long was your flight over?
About 11 hours, but it was straight, direct flight. So
that's not too bad then, yeah.
Exactly.
Still long enough though, isn't it?
Yeah. Watched a lot of movies.
But how are you this evening?
I'm good. This is my first show in Tokyo, so it's like very exciting. It's kind of a monument.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to have you here, especially with your first one. That's a coupe for Offbeat Photography, so I'll take that one. And with that in mind then, would you like to give a quick introduction to yourself, to the people here and to the viewers through YouTube land?
Sure, of course. My name is Catie Waczek, and I am half of the duo called Catie and Kevin. We're based in San Diego, California. I play acoustic guitar and sing, and it's with my younger brother Kevin. He plays drums and also sings. So we've got like I guess we could talk more about the band later.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more about me right now, but so yeah, I'm from San Diego. I'm a singer-songwriter, performer, musician. I graduated from the University of California, San Diego with a human biology degree and cognitive science minor. And I'll be going back to school to pursue a nursing degree as well. So just can't get enough of that college debt. And so
yeah, that haunts you for a long while.
Yeah, so nothing like music to pay the bills.
Good luck with that one. Oh, okay. Well, let's start from the beginning then. A couple of preliminary questions. So, when did you get started with music?
Very young age, I guess. So my dad, he's a music teacher for elementary school, age kindergarten to 6th grade. So I guess you could say me and my two brothers, we were pretty much his first students. So since we could crawl or walk, we also learned how to clap to the beat and sing, albeit not that well at the time. But yeah, so just, I don't know, from the earliest of age. And then playing guitar, I started, I think, in 5th grade because my dad, he's a really good guitarist. He went to school. He wanted to be a professional guitarist. Unfortunately, injured himself in his hand, like nerve damage, so he decided to teach music, which is great, and he loves it. And so he taught my brother how to play guitar, and they were playing and jamming, and I was like, hey, I want to join in on the fun. So that's when I learned and played throughout middle school and high school and college. And so I've just been playing and singing.
So obviously, is that what got you started being interested in music? But was there anything else that kept you interested?
I mean, I just love it for what it is. It is my greatest passion. It's my emotional outlet, both, like, especially writing music. It's cathartic. Playing other people's music, you feel the emotion that they went through when they wrote the song. And I don't know, they say music is the universal language. So,
Yeah.
however cliche that is, I do believe in
Cliche
that.
but true, yeah.
Yeah, so,
I agree, yeah.
Just like the raw passion and playing with other people, especially, just like you connect, you know, on another level.
Yeah. So obviously I've got the first time you played in Tokyo, but back in San Diego, how often would you play live?
On the good, I guess like every month. Had a solid gig, couple times a month were good months. But yeah, tried to keep it going. I was also working as a medical researcher, so that was like my main thing, but also really trying to do as much music as I can.
Yeah. So can you describe the San Diego music scene to us?
Sure. I know more of like the singer-songwriter-esque. So there's a lot of coffee shops that are also venues. Shout out to Lestat's, played there a lot. There's House of Blues, which I was fortunate enough to play at. There's actually a lot of venues, and there's music going on every weekend, which is great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's like the biggest music hub. I mean, there's LA, which is closer by and much bigger, but for anyone just wanting to go out, find a gig, or even just go to an open mic where you want to get started, that's where I got started. There's so many opportunities in San Diego.
Here I can see what I'm missing. Summer days are feeling what I get to be young again. Oh, oh, oh. Young again. Oh, oh, oh. It's no use for me. It's no use for me. Tie me up to the roof. Here I can see what I'm missing. Summer days are few. Oh, oh, it can mend. Tie me up to the roof. Here I can see what I'm missing. Summer days are few. But I get to be young again. Tie me up to the roof. From here I can see what I'm missing. Summer days are few. But I get to be young again. Oh, oh, oh. Young again.
Well, I've only been in Tokyo for a month now. This is my first gig, but I hope to explore more of it, you know. So if anybody out there need a musician to play,
Have you seen the video we're seeing
putting
now?
to yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to just learning more about the scene and playing more and meeting more people in the Tokyo music scene.
Well, if you're looking for open mics, I think Ruby Room has one. Is it every Tuesday? Or yeah, I think it's every Tuesday they have an open mic in Ruby Room, which is in Shibuya, and there's a few other open mics that go around. And oh, there's an open mic here.
Oh.
Voice from the back there.
What day?
Fourth Saturday of every month.
Awesome.
So yeah, we're the first Saturday of every month here, and then there's open mic fourth Saturday of every month. What differences do you expect to see between playing in San Diego and playing here?
Well, the biggest thing just off the bat is not having like a network already established. You know, I've been playing in San Diego for so long, since, you know, playing out shows since middle school. I was in bands, you know, so it's just many years of just making contacts, knowing people. It just makes it a lot easier. Your name gets around. You meet someone at some show, they want you to play at another show. So I guess the biggest thing I expect is to kind of like start over and kind of do the grunt work again. Okay,
so let's go a little bit more in depth with like your own music of that again then. So tell us a little bit more about the band, Catie and Kevin.
Yeah. Well, it's with my younger brother Kevin. So, you know, like I said, we've been playing music pretty much all our lives. Just my whole family, everyone plays an instrument. My mom plays bass. My dad plays electric guitar and piano and everything. My older brother Ryan, he plays guitar, drums. He's probably the best drummer in the family, and he's also the owner of a record label called Lion Bold. And I see someone wearing a hat. Awesome. And then Kevin, he plays drums and bass as well. So Catie and Kevin is kind of this amalgamation, I think that's a word, of our family band, just like playing in different forms. So I used to play a lot of music with my older brother, and then I started playing solo, and then I'd have Kevin come and support me.
Oh, okay.
And then it kind of just got to the point where we were playing lots of shows together, and I was a solo act, but then we started writing music together. He started singing on the songs, and it's like, hey, I'm Catie, this is Kevin. And then it became, hi, I'm Catie, and Kevin. So,
The name kind of stuck.
yeah, exactly. So I went from my stage name, Catie Ryan, because my last name is nearly impossible, to Catie and Kevin.
Yeah.
And the music has really changed since then. I think it's matured just as I have, just with songwriting and song choice and just
So
lyrics
obviously
and melody.
you've got a huge back catalogue of songs. Have any of them grown and evolved with you?
Yes, I'm gonna play some songs from my like solo days back in high school. So, you know, there's like that teenage angst that
That most
still
musicians have,
comes through. But I think if the songs haven't matured, it's just the way that I play them and my own voice, so they do sound different.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of the times when I'm playing live, especially by myself, just improvising happens, you know, off the spot.
So where do you get your inspiration for your music?
Inspiration. It's gonna sound cheesy, but just life. I think I try to make every song I write genuine, have real emotion, a real topic behind it. It's hard to fake lyrics for me, which kind of just puts me in that singer-songwriter genre. I've tried to write like really poppy sounding songs, and like I'll play one, but it's gonna be acoustic. So, but yeah, I guess my inspiration is in terms of the topic are just real life events, you know, that happen to me or happen to people I know, and I just take an emotion that I might not even know what I'm feeling, pick up my guitar and I'll start playing, and a melody will come to mind, and then eventually I'll figure out what this feeling I have is just through the music.
And then the catharsis of
Exactly,
through it
and that's why I love songwriting. I feel like every song I write, I end up finding out more about myself through the song. So it's my own therapy session. And a lot cheaper.
How do you then start developing a new song? Does it come from a chord, a melody, or lyrics?
It really depends. My most recent song, I just moved to Tokyo. Didn't have any of my instruments, which I'm not used to, but I still needed music in my life. So I was just sitting out in the balcony, and you know, I just had a beautiful view of Tokyo and the river and these skyscrapers, and I just took out my phone on voice notes and I just sang a melody, which normally doesn't happen, and the words just came with it so quickly. So that style of songwriting was very different than what I'm normally used to. Usually it starts with the chord progression, or maybe it starts with a cool guitar riff, and usually lyrics are so hard for me to write because I just want it to be genuine. I don't want it to just, you know, I want there to be meaning. I want people to feel the words and connect with it. So Catie and under Catie and Kevin, we have two songs, Deja Vu and Tally Ho, which I played in the first set, except the recording is full band sound. So definitely want to listen to
find
it.
them. We'll drop links in the description for the video so people can go check them out. And,
Awesome.
you know,
I'd sail across the ocean just to spend a day with you, floating offshore of a boat, guided by the silver moon. Looks like the sky is bright tonight, stars out, tally ho across the deep blue, just to keep my arms around you, darling. We can lie together, no one will know, never know. We can stay together, just let me show you. Inside of me is something greater than we've ever seen before. Inside, decide to hand things over, hey. 'Cause I can see shooting stars across the ocean floor. I wanna be where you are, on the ocean shore. All together now, woo. All together now, woo. All together now, all together now. Changed my life for the better. I was a mess before you came around. Closed off from the world around me, unable to feel you. Filled up my heart to love, like the fire, let it burn, and like the way back home to you. And in an instant, my heart turned. Hey, 'cause I can see shooting stars across the ocean floor. I wanna be where you are, on the ocean shore. All together now, woo. All together now, woo. All together now, all together.
I don't think this is a real number. I don't know, infinity?
you can never have enough guitars.
Exactly.
Just like you never have enough camera lenses.
Yeah. I can show my newest
Yes.
guitars with the camera
Oh.
and the people behind the camera, the viewers. So I just got this, like, I think 2 weeks ago. It's a Taylor GS Mini with koa wood, which is Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm normally Team Martin. I own two Martins, two acoustic Martins. But I don't know. I think I just kind of got rid of my bias and picked this one up, played it, and it was beautiful sounding. I also have a Gibson Les Paul for an electric. And then if I get my next guitar, I think I'm going to need to go Fender Telecaster. Get that.
You not thought about branching out into other guitar-like instruments, ukulele,
Oh yeah,
mandolin?
I have both of those. I don't really know how to play mandolin that well. I kind of mess with the tunings when I get frustrated into just like more guitar-like tunings.
What made you play in Tokyo?
So that one more
What
time?
makes you just play in Tokyo?
What makes me play in Tokyo?
Yeah, because you stay in San Diego.
Oh, like why I come to Tokyo and play? Well, this lovely guy over here. Yeah, so don't want a long distance relationship. So coming to Tokyo. And then can't stop playing music just because I'm in a different city. So,
Yes.
Did you find after, if you've not played for a week or so, you start to get like itchy
Oh,
fingers and
oh,
pacing
oh,
the floor?
Oh yeah. I almost like committed myself to psychiatric. I'm just kidding. It wasn't that bad. But I was definitely sad, just not being able. Like it was like pent up energy and emotion, not being able to play.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. If you've done something all your life and you just love it, and then you like cut. I guess I'm addicted to music, and I was feeling the withdrawals. It was not good.
No.
So I'm happy to be playing again, and
Yep.
happy to be playing in Tokyo. So yeah.
Who's your favorite artist?
I am terrible at making decisions in general, and terrible at picking favorites. Like I have 3 favorite colors because I can't decide. So I don't have a favorite artist, but I seem to like, you know how like people binge watch Netflix? I binge listen to albums. So the current album that I've been binging is this all-girl band called the Aces, and I just found them. I think they were like some sponsored ad on Facebook, and clicked on it, and they were really rocking. So I feel like a teenager listening to this really girly pop band, but I love them.
So who else have you been listening to recently then?
I use Spotify a lot, and I tend to just kind of put on an artist and then let it choose for me.
Okay.
And a lot of the times I'm not looking, so I don't often know who I'm listening to, unfortunately. But I'll like add them to my library.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I guess like in terms of genre, I stick it to mostly like indie folk rock. Just kind of like what I like the most.
What surprised you the most when you got to Japan?
I have so many different answers popped up at the same time. So, one is how easy it is actually. I was kind of terrified with the unknown. I've only lived in San Diego my whole life. So instead of just like moving to a different city within California, I'm like moving to a whole nother country, on the opposite side of the world. And I don't speak Japanese. Got a few words under my belt. But the people here are so nice. I feel like even not knowing Japanese, I can still communicate, which is awesome, you know, like just humans knowing what we need and trying to help each other. And just the whole like train subway system like is very intricate, but very, I don't know, it's also very smart and it's very easy to get around. So that was surprising because I didn't know what that would be like. I really had no idea what Tokyo is like.
Have you written any songs or had any ideas about the move specifically?
About like specifically about moving to Tokyo. But there was that song I played earlier called Sunshine. I said it was like about not really knowing what your home is. There are emotions of that, of like moving away from the familiar and not feeling secure in that. But I also didn't want it to be just about that. I wanted it to kind of like be ambiguous for other people to feel their own like insecurities of who they are, where they're at. But the main message of that song is to just make sure that you are yourself, like you are home to yourself. So no matter where you go, like you yourself are secure. You make yourself home.
Okay then, so to wrap things up then, where can people go to find your music?
Yes. So if you want to find the really old stuff, stuff from like my solo Teenage Inks days, you can go to katieryan.bandcamp.com. Probably just throw a link there.
Yep.
So this was an EP, a 7-song EP that I recorded myself with my brother in our like younger studio days, but I'm still proud of the recordings for when they were. And then there are 2 songs on Spotify under my current band, Katie and Kevin, Deja Vu and Tally Ho, and I'm really proud of those recordings. And yeah, like us on Facebook and Instagram. And
Cool.
I plan on releasing maybe some more just videos of like acoustic stuff like you're seeing right now. So if you've been enjoying that, I want to push more of that instead of waiting to get into the studio. You can hear the song.
Yeah. And we'll put links in the description so people can check that out.
Yes.
And I highly recommend that you do so because it's great.
Thank
All right, so the last question then. So, do you have any other shows lined up just yet, or are we about to ask the camera for to help set you up some shows?
I wish I had like a help wanted sign. Well, I'm gonna be back and forth between San Diego and Tokyo. So I've got shows in San Diego, but might not be helpful for those in Tokyo. But I'd love to get some more gigs here and meet some more people in the music scene. So if anybody has a lead,
Yeah.
I'm all ears.
Send us a message or contact us through her links,
Yes, thank you.
and we'll go from there. But I think I'd say thank you very much for joining us and coming out and sort of braving being the solo act
Yeah.
for us here.
No,
and,
my pleasure. My pleasure.
Okay, well, Catie.